Jim White tells his own story. This is like a Rorschach test, right? Wrong-eyed Jesus.
Big old car, moving fast. Watch the world go speeding by. Little wee.
When I was living in Florida, I never wrote songs about Florida, ever. I sort of had to get away before I could create sort of a hybrid between the myth of where I grew up and the reality of it. It was a suffocating place that I grew up. Now when I write about it, it feels like a little bit of a dream world to me. There are a lot of roads that lead to, transcendent destinations, I guess. Well, there's always been religion in the panhandle of Florida. Well, it's more of the Gulf of Mexico, the redneck Riviera. It's part of the Bible Belt. Every Sunday morning I'd watch Gospel Jubilee on TV, which was a great gospel TV show with a bunch of guys with pompadour hairdos. I'd always have the sound down, like a new act would come on, and I'd try to pick out which one was the bass and which one was the tenor and which one, and it'd always be wrong. The skinniest guy, the squeakiest looking guy would be singing the bass, and the tallest, biggest, meanest guy would be singing falsetto.
Won't you help me right now?
Church camp. I got sort of boondoggled into going to a Bible camp called Camp of the Pines. They sent a brochure to the house saying that it would be like kids' camp dream. You'd go on the hayride and ride horses. When we got there, they piled us into an outdoor cathedral, and they'd preach to us for 3 hours a day. Somewhere along the way there, I just got so bored I gave in and, accepted Jesus into my heart.
When you're free, when you're just free, and ain't that scary?
I was having a series of great tribulations, and my faith in Christ had collapsed, and my best friend had died, and my cats had all been killed, and my girlfriend had left me for the guy sitting behind me in church, and my partner had embezzled all the money from my company. This all happened in about 2 or 3 months, and I thought, God, I've got to get out of this town or I'm going to be dead in another week. I didn't know where I was going to go, but I knew I had to go somewhere. My sister called me on the phone and said, I just met Cheryl Teagues, and she knows lots of guys that look like you. Why don't you come and be a fashion model? Well, I had to call her back. I was laughing so hard. I thought it was the most absurd thing I'd ever heard. They put you in a room with no seam paper and a pair of pajamas with, pictures of Mussolini on them, and they'd say, act natural. What do? You want to see the good side? Failed love. As if there were any other kind. I have a real affinity for women who like to teeter-totter on the edge of the world, shouting, help me, help me. And I love to go and try and rescue them. And usually I'm so stupid I don't realize that they like teeter-tottering there, and the whole function of their existence is to get people to the edge of the world so that they can push them off and then feel greater about their sense of equilibrium. I've been playing for many, many years. A friend taught me 4 chords, and from there it's all been sort of cockeyed extrapolation, I guess you could say. This guitar here I bought for $5 at a garage sale. It didn't have any tuning heads on it. This guitar, I don't know who made it or where it came from. I saw it in a pawn shop in Panhandle of Florida. I've decorated, as you can see, with the Cowboy's Prayer there. Picture of my mom's motorhome. A mysterious shot of my girlfriend standing by a brook. All you can see are her eyes. And on the back, a couple of important questions. Well, why are we here? Hello, my name is, and you don't know who it is. And I think the answer to why are we here is this. To have a white trash brouhaha. Wrong-eyed Jesus, it describes why I'm an outcast in both worlds, the world of sinners and the world of saints.
Guiding stars pointing the way to the heaven of my heart. Guiding stars pointing the way.
Professional surfing. It's an oxymoron.
Should not